Hi there, I'm Janelle Thompson. Welcome to another episode of What the Health. So today we are going to talk about rapid antigen testing. As you may have heard on the news, now the president has said that we can all go online and we can get 4 rapid antigen tests just mailed right to our house. So these are actually rapid tests. They're not ones that then have to be sent back in the mail. You can perform these right at home. You'd want to perform these tests if you are having symptoms that you think you might have COVID-19. Also, if you think that you have been exposed to somebody with COVID-19. Now, we would want you to wait 5 days in that situation before performing your test. If you do it sooner than that, you might have a false negative. Another situation where you would want to do one of these rapid tests is if you had plans to go see somebody who wasn't vaccinated or was immunocompromised, or if you were going to go to a large gathering and you wanted to make sure that you were healthy before going there. So the at-home tests are going to be what's called an anterior nasal swab. So here is the anatomy of the nose, and when we do the nasal swab, we really only go in about 3/4 of an inch into the very front part of the nose. So this is not the type of swab where the swab goes all the way back to the back of the nose. So really, this is not an uncomfortable swab. So certainly you want to have your hands clean. You want to set all of the supplies that come in the kit that's mailed to you out on a surface that is clean. You would want to wash your hands for 20 seconds with soap and water. If you can't do that, then you'd want to sanitize your hands and let them dry. Your kit will come with a swab, and you may want to have a timer or use your cell phone for a timer to have available for the processing. You don't want to read your test early, and you don't want to read it too late. So, with clean hands, you would open the swab, and you'll be able to see that at the end of your swab, there is about a 1 inch, 3/4 inch area that is just fluffy cotton. It's soft, the swabs are flexible, and that's the part that you want to put in your nose. Now, the total time that the swab is in your nose, we want in there about 15 seconds. And so you want to put it in the nose on one side, and you want to make contact and swirl it around, and then do the same on the other side, in between the two sides, about 15 seconds. So let's walk through that. I'm going to go in this side of my nose. I'm going to go up so that it's about 3/4 of an inch in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so as I did that, I am touching the inside of the front of my nose on all surfaces as I go in a circle. So after you've been in there, you come out and you want to get mucus. So don't be putting any nose spray in ahead of time. Don't be putting ointments in. Then go in the other side of your nose. You can do this in front of a mirror to make sure you're in far enough. I'm not having any pain at all. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you can take it out. Now, according to the package instruction, you're supposed to touch all sides of the nose and go around at least 4 times. I survived it. It was not uncomfortable. I do not touch the end of this, and then you would put this in to the tube that is included with your kit. So now you'll go ahead and you'll run your test according to the instructions that came in the box. And because they haven't shipped out yet, I've not seen that. So, but I will tell you that if the test then at home returns positive, consider that you are positive for COVID-19. Hawkeye students, you should definitely, if you're doing this test, go online and fill out the Hawkeye COVID-19 portal that's on the main COVID-19 Hawkeye page. But you should also follow the CDC recommendations for COVID-19. You should be staying home. You should be isolating for 10 days. If for some reason you need to be around other people, you should have a mask on. What if it comes back negative? So as long as you have followed the criteria where you have tested 5 days at least after you had been around somebody who had COVID-19, or you tested when you were having symptoms, then what's recommended is you wait and you retest again a few days later. Your first negative makes it a low likelihood that you have the virus, but for increased reliability, it's recommended with this type of test that you have a repeat test 24 hours to a few days later. And that's per the guideline of the new tests that are being released and sent to your home through the covidtests.gov. So that's what I would recommend as well. And always, if you have questions at all, please call us here at your student health clinic.